Wait. 1, 2, 3. Higher!
My name is Moses Sibopa. I teach karate full-time. I'm a 5th degree black belt in KWF, Japanese karate.
I'm Ilse van der Merwe. I'm part of Kids Kicking Cancer. We are martial artists that do martial arts therapy. So that involves a little bit of karate, which is the movements, the punches, the kicks. I want to see. But more than that, we try to get inside the hearts and the minds, the body and the soul of these kids.
We do a power breathing in Kids Kicking Cancer, and the breathing exercise that we do, taking in the light, and we breathe in the light, and light will represent all the good things that you would want in. And when we breathe out, we'll say we blowing out the darkness. And then we also teach them purpose, have meaning in your life. And Kids Kicking Cancer karatekas, they have a purpose. Their purpose is to teach the world.
To teach the world.
To teach the world.
What Kids Kicking Cancer does, it reassigns purpose to the child, not despite of their illness, but because they're facing down some really tough stuff. And while it's natural to be angry, or upset, afraid, depressed, these children instead become teachers to the world.
Kids Kicking Cancer was started in 1999 by Rabbi Elimelech Goldberg, or better known as Rabbi G, who tragically lost his 2-year-old daughter, Sarah Basia, to cancer.
Main problems that we deal with is children's cancers. Pediatric oncology, that is the main focus of our unit.
They typically undergo chemotherapy. Some of them may have radiation.
Childhood cancer is associated with a lot of trauma. Besides the physical trauma of the disease, the uncertainty of the outcome of this life-threatening disorder, the emotional trauma.
Often children are left alone, their parents are working, they don't necessarily have the means to get to hospital, or they live several hundred kilometers away.
Although we have a very good success rate in terms of cure, the treatment is very arduous. So this means that the journey from diagnosis to cure, and sadly that's not always the case, is difficult, both for the kids and for the folks and their families.
There's so many problems associated just with the disease. Poverty just contributes so much more to their problems than just a child in a high-income society.
And the support structures are very different. Here, the risk of parents losing a job, they aren't able to be there supporting the kids, and these young kids are there by themselves, you know. And so that part of the process of power, peace and purpose is actually getting them to become more powerful.
Kids Kicking Cancer teaches children how to regain their sense of power when they're feeling most disempowered and at their weakest.
The mantra of KKC is power, peace, purpose. You can imagine these children are being ravaged by disease. Their energy levels are low. They're on chemotherapy, perhaps. The idea is to elevate their power. And it's not just done through food. It's done through sleep, it's done through meditation, and it's done through training. So KKC uses all of that to enhance the power.
Power, peace, purpose.
The world is changing, I think, understanding the power of the mind, the power of these, I don't want to call them alternative treatment, but support treatments that are a critical part of treating any disease. The feedback we're getting from parents, from the kids, we see when the martial arts experts, our coaches or the people that have been trained up, when they come into the hospital, the kids, the excitement, their faces just light up.
When they put on these clothes, you know, these karate suits, they were so excited.
Very good. Number 5 we say.
So we're saying to them, you as a person, you are powerful. No one can tell you you're not. Your sickness cannot take away that power.
Our work doesn't stop when we give the last chemotherapy, and so in that sense this is something I think the kids can take with them that can impact on other areas of their lives.
Many children come from underprivileged backgrounds. They get a sense of self-esteem by doing this and having some control over what they are going through.
Watching a child transition from that place of pain to the platform of power is so significant.
And now, power, peace, purpose.
When that gets into the child, that there's that sense of purpose, their whole being changes.
Rabbi G has devoted his entire life to teaching children around the world that pain is a message you do not have to listen to. We're incredibly privileged to be able to rely on the experience, the wisdom, and the expertise of Rabbi G and his team in being able to bring this incredibly innovative program to South Africa and hopefully the African continent.
What we'd like to see is that each child, whether they're suffering from cancer or any other disease that's causing pain, both physical and emotional, that they get exposed to the program. And the more volunteers that we can get and the martial arts experts that we can train up and empower kids, not just in South Africa, but in fact across Africa, and that this becomes part of the treatment regime, that really is a dream for us.
The beauty of this program and its applicability here in South Africa is it doesn't require expensive technology, infrastructure, additional nursing personnel. This can be done anywhere and it's free of charge. Through this program, we empower and teach kids to fight who are in the fight of their lives.